Hey there, let's take a look at this particular example where they're asking us to evaluate. They gave us a function and they gave us 5 substitution problems, shall I say. So here's the first thing I'd like to actually make certain you're aware of. This says f of x equals 3x plus 1, correct? When they say f of whatever, that's what you're going to find on the other side in place of the x. So for instance, if it said f of t, then on the other side, should I still find 3x? No, you're right. I should find 3t plus 1. Are you with me? This becomes like a fancy substitution notation. Instead of saying, well, let x equals, they use the function notation to tell us what to substitute. So for example, letter A, it says f of negative 2. I know the function f looks like 3x plus 1. So I'm going to start writing the 3. But in place of the x, they have negative 2 because the notation says f of x. So instead of f of x, f of negative 2, which means you're going to do 3 times negative 2 plus 1, excellent. And you know as well as I do, this is negative 6 plus 1, which is negative 5, right? So f of negative 2 is equal to negative 5. Good? Cool. Okay, let's look at letter B. Letter B says f of negative x. So instead of x, in the place of x, I am putting in negative x. So it should be written as 3 times negative x plus 1. Now, 3 times negative x is just negative 3x plus 1. There's not much more simplifying I can do there, and so be it if that's the case. So when I substituted in a negative x to the original function, I ended up with negative 3x plus 1. Good, does that make sense? Okay, got it. Let's look at letter C. Letter C, in place of the x, what did they put? And don't say, well, they have a plus. That's not it. This is in parentheses, which means I need to look at it as one unit. So in place of the x in the original problem, you're going to put, x plus h. So instead of saying 3x, I am going to put in parentheses, that's right, because it's treated as a single unit, x plus h, and then plus 1. And now simplify, right? That gives you 3x plus 3h plus 1. And not a whole lot more I can do there, right? I can't really do a whole lot of simplifying. Does that make sense? Good. Okay, letter D. F of 4x. So again, treat this as a single unit. So instead of 3 times x, you're going to do 3 times, that's right, the single unit in parentheses of 4x plus 1. That will give you 12x plus 1. Can I do any more simplifying? Nope, I cannot. So f of 4x is equal to, good, 12x plus 1. Excellent. Well done. Last but not least, letter E. Okay, now this one's interesting. This one's a prelude to the difference quotient. So just remember that. It's a prelude to the difference quotient. This tells me to take f of x plus h and subtract f of x. Well, isn't f of x the original function? Okay. Gratefully, in part C, we already did this first one, didn't we? So I'm going to substitute. Instead of saying f of x plus h, we already figured it out. It's going to be 3x plus 3h plus 1. And from this, I'm supposed to subtract f of x. F of x was the original function. So 3x plus 1. And now I have a simple subtraction problem that I need to work with. With me? Okay. So me personally, I like to make certain the parentheses are gone before I do any combining of like terms, because I need to make certain I know what sign each term has. Okay, so now, and I'm going to write the answer over here because I'm running out of board space. It looks like the 3x's are going to drop, and you're left with 3h, and it looks like the +1 and -1 drop, so there you go. Good? Making sense? Okay. F of x, f is the name of the function. X tells me what I'm supposed to find on the other side of the equal to sign, be it a variable or a number. Okay. I have a couple of examples coming your way. Work on them and then go find my answer key video. Catch you on the flip side.